Hello friends, so in this tutorial we are going to learn about how to print hello world using OpenFOAM environment. Okay, so as you already know that if you learn any new language, the first thing you do to print hello world using that language. Like if you use C++ or Python language, the first thing you learn how to print hello world. So that's why we are going to print hello world in this tutorial using OpenFOAM environment. Okay, so for this that purpose, let's create the OpenFOAM environment using OF6 because I have installed OpenFOAM 6 version in my system. So for this tutorials I am using terminal commands. So WSL system type of system I am using for these tutorials. You can just type all these commands whatever I am typing here in your Ubuntu system also. We are going to the same result. So now that environment has been created, so you can check that whether environment has been created or not using simple form help. So if OpenFOAM 6 environment or OpenFOAM, any type of OpenFOAM you are using, that environment has been created. So if you type simple form help, it is going to give the details of the simple form. Okay, and also you can see here that at the last the OpenFOAM version it is going to show in your terminal. If you type simple form help, it is going to give all these options, and in the end it will going to see the version of the OpenFOAM. Okay, now control L, if I press control L, it is going to delete all the things out of the terminal. Now if we type ls command, it is going to give me all the listed folders in the that here. Okay, now let's create mkdir as another folder, that is the name is the tut. Okay, so now you can see here that here one another folder created, that is name as the tut folder. So let's go to the tut folder. So cd means change directory, and we are going to tut folder. That's why I'm typing here tut. Now you can see here that I am in the tut folder. Currently there is no any folder, so that's why after typing ls command you can see here that I can not see terminal is not showing any folder here. Okay, so let's create one solver, foam new. So if you type foam new app, and that is the hello world. Okay, sorry, there is some mistake. This should be foam. So okay, so if I type foam new app hello world, so it is going to create a folder here name as the hello world. Okay, so it is saying that when I type foam new app hello world, there is two things happening in that folder. The folder which has been created here, there is two things happening. One is that it is saying that it has created one code directory name as the hello world. So it has been created a directory name as the hello world, and under this hello world it has created a subdirectory name as the make. Okay, so if I type ls inside the hello world, if I type inside the hello world, you can see here that there is one make subdirectory. So it is saying the same things, that if you type foam new app hello world, it will going to give you one main code directory that is name as the hello world, and inside that directory you are going to make subdirectory. So what is the make directory and what is the inside the make directory, this thing, all things we are going to discuss in the upcoming videos. But for now you should know that to compile any solver, these two things are very necessary. One is the .c folder and another is the make folder. And inside the make folder, if you go to the make folder, So you can see here that inside the make folder these two folders are important, files folder and options folder. So for now just remember these things, that the files folder and option folder is required in make folder, and one .c file is required in the directory which you want to compile. Okay, so these three things are required here. One is .c folder and one is the make, and inside the make folder there should be one files and one options folder. Okay, so one we make sure that there is .c folder and one is the make folder. Now we can go to the create some changes according to our requirement. Okay, so let's go to the cd folder. Let's see what is written in the .c folder. Okay, so first in initial things you can see there that it is written about OpenFOAM things. Okay, so these are just given about the OpenFOAM licensing and everything. After that you can see here that it is telling that application that is hello world has been going to installed after the compilation. So it is just showing the name of the application, and in description you can write here whatever you want to solve in the present solver. You can just write here. So like we want to print hello world, so we can just type here print hello world. So it is description is written so that any other user, if you want to understand your solver, they can just have idea about what is the solver all about, reading the descriptions. Now for now, since this is our first solver, this is our first tutorial, so for now let's just ignore create time.h and set root case.h. what is this we will going to discuss in coming lectures. And since we have deleted the create time.h, so that is why we should also just turn off the execution time and clock time. Now this is the necessary header file fbcfd. If you want to compile any solver in OpenFOAM, this is the most basic and most important directory you should have present if you want to make any application or any solver in OpenFOAM. So this is the most basic header file. Like if you want to compile print, if you want to compile anything in C++, if you want to print hello world in C++, so the basic header file is iostream.h. So without that iostream.h you cannot use cout, or you cannot use the int main function or void main function. Similarly here fbcfd is the basic header file that is required if you want to this int main function either, or if you want to use info. So like C++, we used to use cout to print anything on the terminal. Similarly in OpenFOAM, this info command is going to print anything on your terminal. So let's print hello world from OpenFOAM. Okay, and like we used to give we used to change the next line using slash command in C++. Similarly if you want to change the next line, we have to use endl in OpenFOAM. Okay, so for this tutorial just let's keep it just a simple. We are just printing hello world in OpenFOAM. Now we have changed .c folder according to our requirements. Now using the wmake command you can compile your solver. Okay, so it is running, it has been compiled. So once the solver has been compiled, you should see this type of things at the end. So first it is suggesting you the name of the name of the directory where solver has been compiled. And the last thing you can see here that the compiled solver it is showing here. Okay, so these things you should see if your solver has been compiled correctly. Okay, now this is the name of the your compiled solver. Now this app has been created using with the name of the hello world. So if you type hello world anywhere, you can see here that it is printing hello world from OpenFOAM. So you can type anywhere, you can type any word, you should see that it is printing hello world from OpenFOAM, and at last it should show the end. Okay, so this is the just first server, and you should observe that it will print anywhere. So it is not asking for the test case, it is not for asking for the 0 folder, it is not asking for the constant folder, it is not for asking for the system folder. So why this is happening, why we don't require here any test case name and anything? So this is your homework for this tutorial. I will tell you this why you are it is required to, why there is not asking me 0 folder or constant folder or system folder. That is I am going to tell you in the next lecture. So for now, thanks to a lot of you for joining this tutorial. Thank you.